And now, the real fun in audio for your project is sound design. And we're not talking about just throwing in a few sound effects here. We're talking about the creation of new custom sounds that are designed for your piece.
So where do we start? Well, there are two aspects of sound design that you need to consider. The creative one and the technical one.
Let's get technical first.
Technical.
Technical. So let's say we want to create a sound. In designing one, we'd combine a bunch of different sounds to generate something new. But they need to be balanced so that the elements in each sound you want to hear can be heard. Usually you just can't stack a dozen sounds on top of each other.
So every sound you hear covers a full range of frequencies, but we only hear the strongest aspects of them.
Imagine an equalizer. We have highs, mids, and lows. And if you're creating a sound, you need to make sure that each sound you combine isn't occupying the entire spectrum. You don't want to combine two sounds with a lot of bass, because then you just get a bunch of garbling.
Bass garbling.
This can be achieved by using sounds that are naturally on different ends of the spectrum, or you can force them to be like that with an equalizer.
All right, so what about the creative side of things? The creative process is really all about abstraction, finding ways to make great sounds regardless of whether they're actually from the actual source or not.
You'll often hear how gunfire sound effects are combined with cannon fire, or how crunching eggshells can be used for someone eating potato chips.
Okay, so let's say we want to make a really cool punch sound effect for a very important scene.
Yeah, let's do that.
Ready?
Yeah, what elements do we need for a good punch sound effect? Because that didn't work.
First, a nice low impact.
Oh, wait. I got just the thing. Niko, be my guest.
Look at all the dust coming off this pillow.
This is a really dusty pillow, but it sounds great. Well, that's one element. Second, let's get a mid-range element for that crack. This is really going to be the body of the sound. So just smack it, Niko. Smack it. Try it again. Punch it. Maybe punch it or something. That's limp wrists. Punch it. There we go. One of those is probably good. All right. And lastly, we're gonna use a wet paper towel slap. This might seem a little bit weird, but it will help really sell the skin-on-skin action we're getting there from punch. So let's try this out.
This is how they do it.
This is how the pros do it.
No, this is how the pros do it.
This is how the pros do it.
Can't wait to hear what this sounds like. Wait, can I make a sound? Here, wet towel slap sound, take 5.
Let me try. So, I hope you guys learned something. If you guys like the video, leave a comment and subscribe.
Okay, so we stack all these things together, and they sound kind of cool. You may have noticed we have taken 3 sounds that are naturally in different ranges, high, mids, and lows, but we can make them better with our EQ, because each sound is still bleeding into each other.
Look how great that sounds, but we're just getting started.
Just getting started.
There's one more thing I'd like to talk about for sound design, that's heads and tails. Just because a sound happens quickly doesn't mean it has to be over.
What? What?
Heads and tails. That's the sounds before and after your sound effect actually happens.
But a bunch is so quick.
But check out how much cooler this is going to sound with heads and tails. Make me a whoosh sound. A whoosh action will help sell the motion of the punch. Whoosh. So we got a whoosh for the beginning, a whoosh into the punch, and a little bit of crunching and squishing for the aftermath will help for a lingering pain feeling. Oh, I have just the thing. Lingering pain squish, take 2. Oops. It was much more wet than I expected.
So, you have a punch and you have like a whoosh sound before that punch. You might think you want like an airy whoosh, like if you take a stick and like swing it through the air as fast as you
Like
can.
a broom handle.
But instead, think of it instead as the whoosh of cloth sliding against itself. Because that's actually more what you're hearing. Your hands aren't moving so fast they're leaving air whooshes. You're actually just getting cloth whooshes. That's a well-designed sound.
Yeah, that was good.
So not having good heads and tails is a common mistake people make when doing gun sound effects.
Exactly.
The most interesting part of a gunshot sound is actually the tail when it reverb and crackles and all that kind of stuff. It's not that first crack with a microphone blowing out. That part's whatever.
Yeah, it's like. See, heads and tails. The most interesting part of that gunshot is the tail and that click where you get those cool guns and the reverb crackle, not the actual microphone.
Don't forget the ringing of the brass.
The ringing of the brass.
Clinkling on the ground.
Yes, there's so many aspects that happen before and after the gunshot you want to consider.
So you think about it, an actual gunshot is literally just a loud bang that lasts for like half a frame.
It's just like... That's what a real gun sounds like when you don't have a cool environment to shoot on.
Yeah.
It's like... Yeah. So we hope you guys So we hope you guys learned something from this video. I believe that someday you will all become pros at this. You'll know you've made it when you can create a sound design with motion in it and other fancy topics. But that's a whole nother video. If you guys enjoyed this video or have any questions, leave a comment below or send us a tweet on Twitter @CorridorDigital. Also, if you like the sweet t-shirts that we usually wear in videos, not this particular one, you can check out corridor-digital.com to purchase one for yourself and your friends. So between all these videos, I hope you guys are off to a good start in your sound journeys, and hopefully this improves the quality of your videos, because, you know, I've seen a few of them.